We talk about the payment that you received from Netflix, Mr. Madlala, yesterday, you remember?
Yes. Yes, I do recall.
And you said you were not at liberty to tell this court how much was paid to you. Is that correct?
Yeah. That's correct.
How was it paid to you?
Then
No
cash. In cash?
Okay. After receiving that amount, okay, can I just rephrase that, my lord? Is it correct that the deceased was married to Mandisa? To Mandisa.
Married.
Sorry, my lord.
What's the question?
Can I just rephrase it, my lord? Was the deceased married?
I knew that he paid lobola.
So he had a fiance.
Fiance. Yeah. That's correct.
What's the name of his fiance?
Mandisa Mkhize.
Okay. Did she have any child with the deceased?
Correctly so.
Okay. How old was the child when the deceased died in this case?
I'm not sure how old he or she was, but it was still an infant because she could not even sit.
Okay. When was this money for Netflix paid to you? When?
I think last year. I think it's last year.
Did you inform Mandisa that you have received money after selling the pictures for the deceased? Or after sharing, maybe let me rephrase, my lord, after sharing the pictures for the deceased with Netflix.
I did not inform her. I did not see any need of doing that.
I will ask you the reason. For now, I have not asked the reason. Did you inform Mandisa that you have received money after sharing the deceased pictures with Netflix?
I did not tell her.
Okay. Did you give Mandisa anything just to look after for the sake of the child that belonged to the deceased? Just to support, for Mandisa to support that child. Did you give Mandisa anything?
No, she's taking care of her own child.
But you, after benefiting from the father of that child, did you give any portion to that child, minor child of the deceased, who was your best friend?
I don't think that I was supposed to do that, but I think that is Senzo's family that was supposed to have done that, not myself.
Did you give the child, did you share money with the child?
It was my money.
Am I correct to say you were best friend with Senzo when he was still alive, and immediately when he was shot, you were no longer a best friend?
Best friend If you say so, that's your own speculation. I don't see it that way.
Yeah, then what's your response to what I'm saying?
So
that you were no longer You ceased to be a friend to the deceased immediately after he was shot. You were a friend when he was still alive.
ukuthi uyekile ukuba umngane wakhe umufi ngesikhathi aqeda ukudutshulwa umngane wakhe othembekile ngesikhathi esaphila uPaul uthini ngalo
lokho kwamanga lokho bengithi mhlambe njengoba ekachaza ekuqaleni ukuthi uyabuza ngiyaphendula if akusho indlela abona ngayo yena mina ngikhuluma ngakona lokho akusho.
That is a lie. Actually, the way you are putting it, I thought that it's a question, maybe I will answer it, but the way you are putting it, that's your own speculation.
Mr. Madlala, if you were to promote any cause that Senzo Medua would have promoted when he was still alive, would that not be in the interest of your best friend?
Uzulumbuzo nkosi ukuthi uma khona kube ungapromote ke uma yena lo mufi ke asaphila asadlanhlamvana ke lokho promote lokho ongazange ukwenze kakhulukazi ubheke kuye inzuzo yakhe lo mngane wakho.
No, ngangabhekanga inzuzo njengoba ngingachaza ukuthi engangikwenza kwakufika ama family members akamina angivela ngasuke ngakwenza nje ngokwami.
My Lord, I can answer that. I was not looking for any benefit or gain. What I did is that the family of the deceased approached me, so that I did not do on my own accord.
Yeah, no, that you said yesterday. But is Senzo's child not your child as an African?
Ingane kaSenzo akusingane yakho masibheka indlela yethu yesAfrika.
Iyafana nayo ningane yami.
Yes, it's the same as my child.
Yes, and yesterday you told us that you have a number of children that you support. Would Senzo's child not fall among those for whom you are responsible?
Ngizolutshela enkantolo ukuthi unezingane engezakho zondlako. Yena lo mntwana kaSenzo ke akaweli phakathi kwazo ezinye izingane zakho ukuthi unayo kanjalo umnakekela umondla.
Yebo kunjalo.
That's correct.
Yes, sorry.
But you decided not to give that poor child even a cent from the money that you benefited from Netflix.
Kodwa uthethe isinqumo sokuthi yona lengane le ungayiniki nesente emnyama kule mali oyizozile wena.
Yebo anginikanga akekho futhi umuntu engamnika even nasekhaya.
Yes, I did not share it with the child. There's no one that I share this money with, even people at my own home.
Your behavior is very shocking. The manner in which you behaved yourself after the death of Senzo Meyu.
Indlela osiphethe ngayo cha iyaqala kakhulukazi ngemva kokuthi yena ke umufi le asho.
You received the money from Netflix. You did not share with the family for Senzo Meyu. You did not share it with his child. You did not share it with his fiancé. With whom did you share this money for Senzo Meyu with?
Lalela ngemva kokuthi ithole imali eqhamuka kaNetflix zange uyishare nengane kaSenzo nomfazi wakhe nebakile. Kahle kahle uyishare nobani le mali le uthole kaNetflix.
I think njengoba umndeni wakaSenzo wawuza kimi ama family members ayeza kimi azongi-approach ukuthi ngiyenze lento. Obviously nabo khona into ababezoyithola. So angeke bavele beze bezongi-approach bona ngihlalele ekhaya ekugcineni bangatholi nethi bona. Njengoba bengincenga kanje khona namuntu ababezoyithola ngithi.
The fact that the Senzo's family members approached me, begged me to do whatever I did, it means that there was something that they were also going to benefit from this action, because if there was nothing that they are going to benefit from, they were not even going to beg me.
Don't shift the blame. I'm talking about the money that you received. Not what was received by other people.
Ungashifti blame baba, sikhuluma ngemali etholwe ngowesiqu sakho hayi etholwe ngabanye abantu.
Angishifti blame because ama-pictures awami even if bekufika noma ubani wafuna mangingathandi nabe ngingiwakhiphe because abelonga kimi.
Okay, I'm not shifting the blame. The pictures are mine, they belong to me. then if anyone could have come and approached me, I would have refused. So I'm not shifting the blame.
The mother of the deceased, did you give her anything, any portion from this money that you benefited from Netflix?
Umama kamufi ikhona ingxenye yale mali oyizuzile oyewamnika yona.
Did you?
Ngizomnika kanjani umuntu angangikhulumisi? Besides angicabanga ngalokho, even nokuthiwa ngicabangile ngizomnika kanjani umuntu angangikhulumisi? Because ngibingelele wangavuma.
I did not actually think about it, or it did not cross my mind for me to have done that. And again, how would have I shared these benefits with her if when I greet her, she does not agree, she does not speak to me?
Please answer the question. Did you give the deceased mother, did you share money that you received from Netflix with the deceased mother? Yes or no?
Lalake baba Madlala phela lo mbuzo nawo uqondile ukuthi ingabe le mali wena uyizuze ka Netflix uye wayishare naye umama kamufi yebo noma cha?
Chaza kaningi ke lokho. Cha, ngingakusho kahle futhi akekho ongayishare naye. So uyabuya futhi lo mbuzo. Angazi ngishare naye.
It's a no, because even initially I did explain about it that I did not share the money with anyone because that was my money.
And you are saying this question is coming back.
Uthi lo mbuzo ubuya futhi.
And you don't know the reason why I'm repeating this question.
And isizathu sokuthi ngiphinde futhi lo mbuzo awazi.
So yours is to answer the question no matter how many times I ask it. You're gonna answer it.
Okwakho ukuthi uphendule lo mbuzo akukhathalisekile ukuthi ngibuza wona kangaki wena kumele uphendule.
Did you share the money with the deceased mother, yes or no?
Uye wayishare imali le oyizuzile naye umama kamufi yebo noma cha?
Angikaze ngishare namuntu.
I did not share it with anyone.
With the deceased mother?
No mama kamufi?
I'm specific now.
I did not share the money with
that
anyone.
question you are repeating. He did answer it. It's just that he also adds a reason.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, let's proceed.
Thank you. For us to proceed very well, you just don't have to be arrogant. Just answer the question.
Ukuthi siphumele kahle phambili Nkosi yami nje akudingeki ukuthi ubonise ukuthi ungani nje ukhona nje ukuthi uphendule nje umbuzo obuzwa wona. Understood?
Sir, do you know the person called Lungisi Edward Shope?
Lo muntu kuthiwa ngu-Edward Lungisihloko uyamazi?
Yebo ngiyamazi.
Yes, I do know him.
How do you know him?
Umazi kanjani?
Usibari wakaSenje.
He's a brother-in-law of the deceased.
What is your relationship with him as we speak today?
Then relationship yakho naye ke yini?
Angimbona amakhona usenzo nje isikhathi esiningi.
I only saw him when the deceased was present most of the time.
Well, did you understand the question?
Marumbuzo uzwisisile baba.
What is your relationship with him currently as you speak?
Kwamanje relationship yakho naye ime kanjani? Ubudlelwane benu?
Kunzima ukuchaza relationship because angikazi ngibe na relationship naye mhlawumbe uthi siyavakashelana or something. Umuntu nje ngithi umuntu ngimbona makhona usenzo. So the relationship
it's difficult to can explain about the relationship because this is the person that I can say we visited each other because most of the time I saw him when the deceased was there. So it's difficult to can establish or explain
So
about the
you've
relationship.
never quarreled with him?
I don't recall.
Okay. Can the statement for the witness be uploaded? Can a copy? It's not an exhibit, it's a new statement, my lord. From Lungisi Edward Shope, I arranged with the state to make extra copies for the court, and the other one is going to be uploaded very soon. And for the witness. Thank you. Thank you, my lord. Can I proceed, my lord?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Tumelo, this person, Mr. Mlungisi Edward Shope, made a statement which is dated the 6th of March 2019. Do you understand that?
Wenze istatement yena Edward Hlophe lesiyisenge 6 March 2019 yokuzisa lokho?
Yebo.
Yes.
And then in his statement, I'm not going to bother you with all the paragraphs. We'll just go in wherein I want you to respond on what is contained here about you.
Angizohlupha ngawo wonke ama-paragraphs ukuthi siye kiwo kodwa ngizoya ngqo la ngifuna ukuthi-ke uphendule mayelana lokho okuqondane nawo.
It was made on what date?
On the 6th, my lord, 6th day of March 2019 in Durban.
Yes.
Mr. Interpreter, can we
You said the 6th of March
2019, my lord. 2019.
Yes.
Thank you, my lord. Can you skip the first page? Yes. The second page. My lord, unfortunately, there are no paragraphs in this statement. That's why And then on the third page, you see the third page?
Yes, we can see the third page.
Which starts with the first line, I went to the back room. Are we on the same page? I went to the back room where I found...
It's on the third page.
Third page. The page that starts with the line, I went to the back room where I found Sfiso, his wife Zintle, and Tumelo Madlala's girlfriend.
I went to the back room where I found Sfiso. That's not page 3, it's page 4.
Page 4?
Yes.
Okay.
I went to the
Thank you. Let's read that page 4. Let's go to the second paragraph then,
Asiye kule paragraph yesibili.
which says, I went back inside my car. I called Tumelo Madlala on the third night, 26 October 2014. Do you see that?
Uyayibona la futhi ekhonumele ukuthi ke ngiye ngaphindela phakathi kwemoto yami la ngibize khona ke uTumelo Madlala ngabo lobusuku bange 26 October ngalobusuku bange 26 October.
Yeah, ngiyabona.
Yes, I can see that portion.
I wanted to get the truth of what exactly happened. You see that?
Uyabona lapho ukuthi atsho khona ukuthi kahle kahle bukafuna ukuthola kahle iqiniso ukuthi kahle kahle kwenzakaleni.
Yeah, ngiyabona.
Yes, I can see that portion.
Tumelo told me that there was a fight in Kelly Kumelo's house.
Uthi uTumelo umtshela ukuthi bekunempi noma ingqabano ngaphakathi kwendlu kaKelly.
Zandi was fighting with her boyfriend.
Uzandi bekalwa ke neboyfriend yakhe.
And Senzo Meyiwa was trying to separate the two.
Usenzo bekazama ukuhlukanisa laba ababili.
Zandi and her boyfriend
Uzandi neboyfriend yakhe.
I further asked Tumelo who was Zandi.
Ngaqhubeka ngambuza uTumelo ukuthi ubani uZandi.
Tumelo told me Zandi was Kelly's sister.
uTumelo wangitshela ukuthi uZandi ungudadewabo kaKelly.
That was the short conversation I had with Tumelo.
Uthi ngiyokuphela ingxoxo encane abenayo nawe.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What is written?
Yeah.
Yes, I heard clearly.
What's your comment to this?
Uphawu uthini ngale nkulumo le ebhalwe la statement?
Ngiyasazi ngiyaqala ukusibona leli statement lesi.
It's the first time I see this statement.
And okwesibili, if le statement besikhona ubeka ngasenzi ngani kusanda kwenza ngithi uthi wangifonela nge 26 why I submitted 2019 Okwesithathu
ima kancane. Then why didn't he made the statement? Because he said that he phoned me he called me on the 26th. Why didn't he made it on the same day instead of making it later? Then Kubeka?
okwesithathu ngayikhuluma lento yama calls if kuthiwa khona umuntu okwangifonela or ongifonelile leyo nto bangayitracker down futhi angeke ngikwazi ukuthi ngingakhuluma kuyena ngamjwayele ngiyekhuluma kwi-family or kumngane wabantu angiclose nabo.
I did mention earlier about this issue of calls that when it comes to them, I mean, they can be tracked so that it can be found out, and then it's possible that I can talk to him, the person that I was not used to, instead of speaking to the family.
Last one. And okunye futhi unamanga makade akamazi uZandi. Ukheli ubefika emzini wakhe lo muntu ahlale noma isonto lonke. Emzini wakhe lo muntu lo. Emzini wakhe lo muntu lo khuluma lento.
And he's telling lies if he says he does not know Zandi. Then Kelly will visit the place of this person and spend the whole week at the house of this person.
On the date?
I didn't hear the last. What did you say?
He's saying he's lying if he say he does not know Zandi, because Kelly will visit the place of this person and will spend a week at his place.
Whose place?
In the Ugabande.
Kulo ubhala statement.
The author of the statement. Ngaqhubeka khona ufuna ukusho.
Ngizokhanjeleka kanjani lento. Ukuthi ngiyazi futhi ukuthi le statement sibhale ngaphansi kokuthi ubani bephusha la false statement. Ngiyamazi umuntu beka waphusha.
Okay. How can I put it? Again, I can say that I know under which conditions this statement was taken down. I know the agenda that who's the person who was pushing that narrative.
But is it correct that there was a fight inside the house between the people who are mentioned there?
Kuyinkinga ukuthi beyikhona impi ngaphakathi kwalendlu bibo labantu okukhulunywa ngabo kule statement.
And Senzo, the deceased, was trying to intervene.
And usenzo yena umufi wayezama ukubehlukanisa.
Amanga lawo.
That's a lie.
Amanga lawo. Njengokuthi yonke into le create amanga lawo.
As I'm saying that everything that has been created here is lies.
And mhlambe futhi ngokuhamba kwesikhathi asazozama witness azoyikhuluma leyo. Amanga lawo. Angikwazi avela phi.
And maybe as the time goes on, the witness will come to the court and testify about that. But these are lies.
Ngiyacabanga ukuthi asike statement sami esibhalwe lento. Esami yezami statement. Why ngiyekela wani ubaleke ngani?
So I think that amongst my statements that I deposed off, there is nowhere where I wrote down about this thing. And just leave him. How is important to you?
After the incident had occurred, did you at any stage speak with Mr. Hlophe?
Ngemva kokuthi lesehlakalo sehlakale ke senzeke uye wakhuluma naye lo mnomzana lo uHlophe.
Besides what is contained in this statement, on any other issue?
Ikhona into oyayikhuluma naye ngaphandle kwalokho okubhalwe phakathi estatementini.
Angikaze ngimfonela, ngaze ngikhuluma naye. Umuntu engamkhuluma nawo umfabo kaSenzo.
I've never called him, I've never spoken to him. The only person that I spoke to, that is the deceased brother.
Ngaphandle kwama family member.
Except my family members.
Did you attend the funeral for the deceased?
Uye waya emngcwabeni wakhe umufi. Emngcwabeni wakhe umufi.
Yes ngaya.
Yes.
Yebo ngaya. Ngizangifima thina noda ngihamba no Siya cousin wakhe uSenzo. Usiya wakaSenzo ngihamba ngapha.
Yes, I did attend the state funeral. However, I did not reach the graveyard, but I was in the company of Siya, that is the cousin of the deceased.
Okay. But it also, is it true that the father for the deceased banned you from attending the funeral?
Kuyiqiniso ukuthi uyise kamufi uye wakunqabela ukuthi uze emngcwabeni.
Hayi, angaze ngikhulume akekho umuntu ongitshela leyo nto.
Nobody told me about such a thing.
Okay. There is a statement that you also made on the 17th of February 2020, wherein you said you didn't attend the funeral. In your own statement,
What is the date of the statement?
20 February 2017, or 17 February 2020. It's A, sorry my lord, it's A133. A133. It's Exhibit O, sorry my lord, thank you. It's Exhibit O, my lord. My lord, I have requested the state to type this statement. It is the procedure, my lord, in High Court proceedings that if the handwritten statement is not eligible, then there will be a typed version. But it's not signed, just for the ease of reference, my lord. There is a typed statement that I'll be going through so that we can be able to move on properly. Do you have the statement?
Nasi statement. Yes, I do have it.
Do you have the typed one?
Uphethe the says type is one.
Yebo.
Yes, I've got the type version.
And then let's go to paragraph 9
Asibheke paragraph number 9. Phenya kanje ikhasi.
of Exhibit O, my lord.
Nali paragraph number 9.
You see that?
Uyayibona le paragraph number 9?
Yes,
I-
go on.
Yes, I can see the paragraph.
Let's read together. I then came back to Umlazi after Manda 500 rand for transport from Johannesburg, and I went straight to Senzo Meyiwa's parents' house to report the problem. And his father suspected me of killing Senzo, and I even informed Sfiso about the problem of his father swearing at my mother.
Uthi uye wabuya ke wabuyela eMlanzi ngemva kokuthi uMandla akhiphe 500 rand for transport ukubuya eGoli waya straight kuSenzo Meyiwa ebazalwane bakhe ekibo uyireporta ngayo lenkinga, then ubaba wakhe waba neentsolo zokuthi wena ngoku leli ndodana wase utshela nawo Sifiso ngalenkinga ukuthi ubaba kaMufi ke usongela umama wakhe.
That's a statement now.
Yeah.
Statement sakho lesi.
Statement sisukela uthi wayesorisha umama, wayesorisha into emthandana naye ezomthuka ekhaya.
The difference
Hayi umama, yakuthi bamisa into eningi. Wayesorisha umuntu angithanda naye emthuka. Hayi uma wami.
The difference in this statement is that is the mistake that they made when they wrote it. He was not swearing at my mother, but to the person that I was in love with, not my mother.
The first portion of that paragraph, it says,
Swearing at who?
The person that I was in love with.
Yes.
the first portion says, and I went straight to Senzo Meyiwa's parents' house to report the problem, and his father suspected me of killing Senzo. The deceased father suspected you.
Uyiseka mufuyi waba nensolo ukuthi ngobu leli ndodana.
First time when you came to report, I think the problem is the death of the deceased.
Ngesikhathi uzokuqala uzobika ngale nkinga ngicabanga ukuthi le nkinga ke ngikho kushona kwakhe umufi.
Ya, mangizoyibika baba kaSenzo bengekho edayinini. Ngayikhuluma noma kaSenzo kunabanye abantu ababehleli ke la, because makaSenzo behleli lapha emakhandeleni. Ngakhuluma noma kaSenzo angaze ngikhulume nobaba kaSenzo. Because ngaqala la benginemoral service khona egroundini. So ngathola ukuthi akekho. Nganyuka ngaya ekhaya kubo kaSenzo la ngafica khona ngakhuluma noma wakhe ngimchazela sonke isimo.
Okay. When I explained about the problem that occurred, Senzo's father was not inside the dining room. I spoke to the mother of the deceased because initially when I arrived, I went to the sports ground or a ground where there was a memorial service. And then when I spoke to the deceased mother, she sat by the candles when there were other people there.
When you arrived in Durban, immediately after the death of the deceased, before the funeral, did you report the death of the deceased to the deceased father?
Ngesikhathi ufika eGoli ngaphambi kokwena ubuya lapha eGoli ufike eThekwini ngaphambi komngcwabo uye wakubika lokushona kwakhe umufi ukubika kuyuyise.
That is why ngithi mangingena ngene edaning kunabantu abadala.
Did you report to the deceased father?
Umbuzo uthi uye wabika kuyo uyise kamufi na?
Ngibike kumama wakhe.
I reported to the mother.
At any stage, did you ever report the incident to the deceased father?
Kwesinye isikhathi ke noma isikhathi esambile kukhona la kuye wabika khona ke lokushona kwakhe umufi ukubika kuyuyise.
Okubalekile kwami ukuthi ngafika ngareporta ekhaya kubo. Ngangeke ukuthi akubalekile ukuthi mangireporta sefine ngireport kuba mangireporte kumama kuyafana ukuthi ngireporte kubaba.
What is important is that I gave the report at his house. It was not important for me to report it to him. I mean, if I gave the report to the mother, it's as good as I gave it to the father.
Okay. So in short, you never reported the death of the deceased to the deceased father.
Ngofisazana nje ukufa kwakhe noma ukushona kwakhe lo mufi kazange ukubike kuyise.
Ngiyasho futhi ngireporte kumama wakhe because uyena ngamfika esedining makhe.
I repeat again, I reported about this death to the mother because she was the one sitting in the dining room.
Okay.
Sitting in the dining room.
Okay. And you did not go to the graveyard?
Azange uye emathuneni.
Ya usiya because bekugcwele nemoto bekugcwele usiya wathi asifike kwawuyena ungibuyisele ekhaya ukhazini wakhe usemusi. Kwawuyena ungibuyisele emuva because kwakugcwele nje.
The reason is because it was full and many cars, and then Sia, the cousin of the deceased, the one who said I should go back home.
Yeah, you are lying what you are telling this court. You did not even go to the graveyard because the deceased father was very angry with you and he had banned you from attending the funeral.
Azange uye emathuneni ngokuthi uyise kamufi bekathukuthele kakhulu ngawo futhi wayekunqabele ukuthi ke ube khona lapha emngcwabeni.
Kwamanga lokho bengengikwabuya kwasekuqaleni because stadium ngangikhona ngihleli kumasuthi futhi nakhona if bengisabe ngingisabe kanjani abantu ngizosaba bakasenje.
That is a lie. Even at the stadium, how did I manage to go there? Because at the stadium I said at the suite, then how would I have attended that if I was afraid of the deceased father?
Okay, let's move on to the date of the...
Sorry, it's a fact that the deceased father has also since passed on. Can we establish if someone is going to be called to substantiate what is being said now, not what is being put to the witness?
I've moved on, my lord, to that question. Can we move on to A10 statement? A10 statement. I'm not sure whether it has been uploaded.
We raised a point, if maybe we can just get clarity on that aspect. It's been put as a fact to a witness. We just want to establish, is there going to be someone to substantiate that fact?
Can you respond?
Yes, my lord, a witness will be called to come and testify with that regard by the defense.
There you are.
A10? A10 of 375. This is the statement by Kaya Stellingashe, who is the neighbor at Kelly Kumalo's place. You don't have it? Okay. My lord, can I just read it because I'll be referring to only one paragraph of the statement. If the state doesn't have it.
Yes.
What was the deceased wearing on the date of the incident, or at the time when the incident took place?
I think I got a t-shirt, white, yeah, jean, white,
I think he was wearing a t-shirt, white in color, and a jean, and also white Turkish, and then the make is of Puma.
A10. A10. Do you know this person, Kaya? Nache.
Uyamazi lo muntu okuthiwa uKhaya Nashe?
Ayamazi.
No.
He is a neighbor to Kelly's house place where the shooting incident took place.
Ungumakhelwane wala kwenze khona isihlakalo.
Okay.
Okay?
How do you spell Nashe?
Sorry, my lord. It's NGCATSHE.
Yes.
This person also made a statement.
Naye lo muntu wabhalisa istatement sakhe.
I'm going to read to you a certain portion wherein I will want you to respond to. Do you understand?
Ngizokufundela ingcenye lapho ngizofuna ukuthi khona ke uphendule siyazwana?
Yebo.
Yes.
It's paragraph 6. Paragraph 6. After a short while, in my bedroom, I heard a commotion and shoving and some noise from Kumalo's residence, which is our back opposite neighbor, house number 13511.
Uyayibona ngingaqeda ukuyifunda ukuthi ngemva kwesikhashana ke angale kamereni lakhe uye wezwa ukuthi kune commission okuhlangahlangana nokuphushana lapha ke nomsindo futhi ngale ngakakhumalo lahlala khona bakakhumalo lapho ke kungibo abomakhelwane babo be-back opposite.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I do follow.
Firstly, I thought maybe the people at the Kumalo's residence were partying.
Uthi kokuqala uyacabanga ukuthi abantu laba bakakhumalo ke hayi bane party.
The shoving and pushing because was so loud that even I peeped through the bedroom window.
Uthi ke lokuphushana ke lokho kube nomsindo kakhulu bemkhulu kanjalo ke waze yagcina hlola ngale festere lase kamereni.
Okay. Listen to this now. As I peeped through the bedroom window, I saw the person whose back was against the kitchen window of Kumalo's residence. The person was wearing the white t-shirt, but I could not see who the person was. So it means when he threw, and the person is there who was wearing a white t-shirt inside the house.
It sends who was wearing a white t-shirt.
Only.
Even though I don't recall, but the deceased was wearing a white t-shirt on the day.
So it means the neighbor saw the person who was wearing the t-shirt which is of the same description with the t-shirt that was worn by the deceased.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. And he says this person, he was against the kitchen window.
If
it's against the kitchen window, it means he was facing the house.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yes.
And this person says at that time, it is when the shot was fired. So when he peeped through the window, he saw a person who was standing against the window wearing a t-shirt. It means Senzo, the deceased, was facing the in-house when the shot was fired.
I'm getting lost right there.
wayebheke ngaphakathi endlini after isikhathi esingakanani noma isenzeka leyo nto.
When he had,
Looking inside the house for how much duration or when that incident happened.
when he had the shot being fired.
Ngesikhathi kudutshulwa.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Then he saw a person standing against the window facing the house.
Ubona umuntu amengale ngasefestireni abheke ngasendlini, aqonde mina ngasendlini.
Yeah, I think uzoza yena azokhuluma la ecourt into ayibona. Ofuthi ngenza ngaqhuma isibhamu ngabaleka mina. Mhlambe at some point baxasana khona lapho futhi. Angazi ukuthi ngaqhuma isibhamu mina ngabaleka.
Maybe we'll come here in court to come and testify about it, because when the shot was fired or when the shot rang, I ran away myself. Maybe it happened after that.
Let's move on now to, is it correct that at some stage you were taken to the place of safety?
Kuyiqiniso ukuthi kwesinye isikhathi uyathatha wayise endaweni ephephile, place of safety.
Yebo kuyiqiniso.
That is correct.
Are you still there?
Nokwamanje ke usagcine lapha.
Yeah.
No.
So you no longer need security and protection.
Kwamanje awusadingeke yona i-security kanye nayi-protection.
Is it
Ngoba
fair?
lokho akufana.
Is it,
Sorry, my lord.
must he answer that?
Sorry, my lord. I can just withdraw the question.
Hayi mama ujaji usekanjani?
You see, we don't want evidence here which tells anybody where you are, how safe you are, if not unsafe. We don't want that on record.
Uzule nkosana ukuthi ujaji akafuna ufakazi okuzoveza ukuthi ukuphi, usafe kangakanani, uhlala njani lapho, uyangizwisisa? I do understand, my lord.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there a statement that was taken from you by Colonel Tillis?
Sikhona istatement esathathwa ukuyisithatha nguye uKolonel Buthelezi.
Sikhona statement ziningi statement asebafika. That is why kwayizolo bengithi bengifuna ukuyicacisa yonke le ndaba yaButhelezi before sikhulume, ngifuna ukuyicacisa ecourt ukuze necourt izoyazi.
Okay.
Yes, there are men who came to obtain a statement from me. That's why even yesterday I did mention that I want to give the explanation about this Buthelezi so that even the court should have light about that.
Because yonke lento imixene nje.
You can give that explanation.
I beg your pardon?
You can give that explanation.
Ungayinikeza manje incazelo yakho.
Njengoba dusanda kungibuza nge-protection program. Ayiswa uye nalapho futhi.
As you have just asked me about protection program, he is the one who took me there. She is the one who took me there.
Okay. Is that what you wanted to say?
Wangisa futhi ethuneni lakaSenzo.
And secondly, she took me to the grave of Senzo.
But ngokuhamba kwesikhathi bengingayazi yonke lento njobe yenza nje. Uhambe tshela abantu ngala eceleni ukuthi mina ngifuna ukuzokhuluma ngifuna ukukhuluma only to find out ukuthi ngisasho the very same statement. Emva kwaloko ke wathatha umthoko wami esePitoli wasephumile kimi. Umthoko washaya whole night le wazi wayichamela wabeka ukhaphethe la bamshuba washaya wazohamba ngakusasa ekuseni ehleliswe lahle ngabuye loButhelezi.
I didn't know that while she was doing that, she was speaking with the people on the side, saying that I wanted to speak, and then when she realized that I don't do that, she now went for Mtogozis, and then Mtogozis was taken to Pretoria, whereby he was so assaulted, even he wet himself, and then he was choked.
Oh, okay. I think it's not in connection with this, with the evidence in this court.
Ngithemba ukuthi lokho akuhambisana lobufakazi lokho okuhambisana nobufakazi bala enkantolo.
It's not about what you have to say.
Sengicacisa indaba yaButhelezi lokuthi ziningi izinto azenzile ezingekho right assault abantu eqamba amanga just because angitshela neindaba zakhe engeke ngazi ngiyazikhipha la. So bengimhlonipha ngimthatha njengomama bese ngimbiza ngomama mina. Kanti umuntu wenza indlela zakhe wenza ngendlela yakhe efuna uyena. Ziningi into ezenzile ezirong lo mama.
I'm just giving clarity about Buthelezi's ways which are crooked, which are not nice, because many people have been assaulted out of her own doing. And then I respected her, I called her a mother, but then the things that she did, really.
sikuyona nje lenkinga ekanje yamadocket ngenxa yobuthelezi ngamanga akhe mina ngeke ngikufihle lokho lo muntu unamanga lo muntu.
All right, kulungile. We are in this fiasco of Doggett because of her lies. I won't hide it.
Thank you, my lord. I've got no further questions.